Hi, campus. Let's start this unique year by discussing some of our safety precautions that we will be taking. We're going to provide in this video a quick overview of the Ventura College COVID-19 operational guidelines. First of all, we want you to know that the guidelines are grounded in official guidance from the California Department of Public Health, COVID-19 guidance for schools, the California Department of Public Health, COVID-19 guidance for office workspaces, also input from our Ventura College EOC COVID-19 incident management team, and any available public health data, including international best practices and the practical realities, of course, of managing Ventura College operations. It's also important to point out that this is a living document. As new data and practices emerge, the guidance will be updated. Let's first talk about how we access our campus. Most of us will be working remotely for all or most of fall of 2020. If you come to campus, approval is required. Students in in-person classes or meetings may come to campus when their sessions are scheduled. Faculty with in-person classes or meetings may come to campus when their sessions are scheduled. Employees must request permission to visit campus 3 working days in advance of the visit. Request the campus approval link from your supervisor. Some employees are deemed essential by public health, which basically means that they're needed for the day-to-day operations on campus. All people on campus must be screened and pass the screening. Let's talk about that screening. All VC employees, students, and visitors are required to undergo a COVID-19 screening process utilizing the Ready Education mobile app before reporting to any work location, classroom, or other Ventura College facility. Employees and students reporting to a classroom will be screened at that classroom's designated site. Employees reporting to non-instructional areas will check in at a designated screening site upon arrival. These screening sites are outlined in the guidance manual, and if you're unable to access that, please ask your supervisor. We must complete the Ready Education Health Pass every day. That Health Pass will be a downloadable mobile app, and we will get that information to you on August 14th. Anyone who reports being exposed to someone who was diagnosed with COVID-19 in the last 2 weeks or 14 days must avoid coming to campus and notify their supervisor immediately. In terms of the Ready Education screening app, all visitors to the college campuses must download the app and complete the online health questionnaire prior to arriving campus each time we come to campus. The on-site screening process for students attending classes will be administered before entering facilities at designated entrances of buildings or classrooms and will include a temperature check each time we come to campus. Faculty, staff, and students reporting to the following buildings on the main campus will be screened outside the facilities: the C building, HSC, or WAM. Screening will be conducted at the entrances to individual classrooms in the following buildings: ECT Room 8, MAC Room 101, MCE Room 123, MCW Room 113, SOB Room 102, and the Trailer 16. If you're on the East Campus, there will be very limited activities engaged in on that campus, and screening will take place outside the campus entrance. On-campus precautions. We will wear masks or face coverings. They're required at all times. Face coverings will be provided if needed. In fact, I have mine right here. We have several of these face masks for employees and students. Let your supervisors know if you need any of these. Face coverings must be worn to cover both your mouth and your nose. If a person is exempt due to health reasons, the Student Health Center will consult with their physician, and you will know because they will have a pass from our Student Health Center. Unless they have that pass, they're not considered exempt. Please maintain social distancing of 6 feet or more at all times if you are approved to be on campus. If someone refuses to wear a face covering or maintain social distancing, they should be asked to leave the campus. All events or meetings require advance approval. Even if it's a one-time visit with a student to pick something up or drop something off, it needs advance approval Again, ask your supervisor for the link to request that approval and do so 3 days or 72 hours in advance, 3 working days, in fact. Efforts to use classrooms with outdoor entrances and on the first floor have been made. Individuals who are physically capable will be asked to utilize the stairs rather than the elevators to access a classroom or an office. Elevator usage will have a maximum capacity of 1 single occupant. If someone reports feeling ill, for students and employees, they are instructed not to come to campus if they feel ill. You wake up in the morning and you're not feeling well, please don't come to campus and tell your students the same. Students should contact their instructor. This practice should be clearly communicated to students on the first day of class. We also hope that you will communicate to them that you'll work with them to be successful, even if they are feeling ill. We should not have students finding their way to campus who feel that they have to be here because they might lose points on an assignment. We need to work with our employees to make sure you feel safe and comfortable and can be successful at work. We need our faculty to work with our students for the same reason. Employees should contact their supervisor if you're not feeling well. The instructor or supervisor must also report the disclosure of not feeling well to the Student Health Center coordinator at 805-289-6346 so that our health center can start the contact tracing process. If someone is ill on campus, if students or employees should be sent home immediately if they're exhibiting or demonstrating or expressing concern about any of the following symptoms. A fever of 100.3. If in the screening process it's deemed that they have a fever of 100.3, they need to go home and we need to contact the health center. If they're experiencing a cough, a sore throat, shortness of breath or difficulty breathing, body aches or fatigue, diarrhea, congestion or a stuffy nose, chills, or a headache, we need to ask those students to go home immediately. Of course, if anyone exhibits life-threatening signs of distress, please call 911 and campus police. And we ask you to also call campus police because oftentimes emergency responders don't know where to go on our campus, even if you tell them the building, without the guidance of our campus police officers. We also have an isolation and transportation pickup area for students who you have to tell to go home or employees who you have to instruct to go home if they didn't drive themselves and they're counting on other transportation. These individuals who are being sent home and are awaiting transportation must wait in front of the Performing Arts Center for their ride. That's part of the PAC that faces Loma Vista Road. Faculty must notify the Student Health Center coordinator that a student being sent home is waiting in this isolation area so that someone from the health center can go out, talk to the student, and start the contact tracing process. But please, please, please do not direct anyone who's exhibiting COVID-19 symptoms to the health center. We want to keep everyone in or near the health center healthy and safe. Please just call the health center for further consultation. Faculty and staff are authorized to send students home if they're exhibiting any of the symptoms identified. Also, report the incident to the Student Health Center and the coordinator immediately. A theme is emerging. When in doubt and when not in doubt, please contact the Student Health Center so that we can do our best to trace to contact trace and keep our entire campus as safe and healthy as possible. Other things on keeping our campuses safe. Details regarding other precautions and campus sanitation practices can be found in the VC COVID-19 Operational Guidelines Manual that will be provided to all faculty via the portal and email, and as it's updated, the updated versions will be provided. Some details in there that are not covered in this quick video are campus arrival and departure protocols, restroom access. Not all restrooms will be open, and there will be expectations in terms of how many people can be in a given restroom at any time. Classroom space and usage guidance is included. Also, the personal protective equipment details regarding what you will have available to you in your classrooms and non-classroom spaces is also outlined in this document. And cleaning checklists that our maintenance and operations folks will be maintaining are also discussed in this document. If you have questions Refer students, if they have COVID-related questions, directly to the Student Health Center. Again, have them call the Student Health Center. Don't send them to the Student Health Center. If you're an employee who has a facility-related question or a question about provision of PPE, please contact the custodial department at extension 2866. Employees with any questions regarding this plan, please contact your supervisor. And again, as new data and practices emerge, the guidance will also be updated. Thank you. Looking forward to a safe and effective, productive, and successful semester with you all this fall.